Were men who worked inside dealerships back then surprised at what motorcycles, parts, and accessories you were buying in the shop? And is there an experience you'd care to share about shopping and purchasing?
The only thing I ever purchased and went with my husband was in 1960. We went to, there was Kubicek, Joe Kubicek, who was from Czechoslovakia, opened a tiny, tiny little CZ dealership on Artesia Boulevard in Redondo Beach. It was tiny. And he had CZ. And I had been riding that CL72 250 Honda, 4-stroke. And in the first 2 motocross races, I raced my husband's 500cc Triumph. And in the summertime, went trail riding with a friend, Tom Muto, who was a desert rider. And we went down to a place called Bixby Slough, which was Long Beach area. And a friend lent me a Greaves Challenger. Well, didn't I think that was awesome? 2-stroke and light.
Loud with a leading link front end. Yeah.
Leading link front end, I don't know about the noise, but it was light compared to that CL72 Honda or the 500cc Triumph.
The desert sleds, yeah, this was way better.
And I thought, oh, this is great. 2 strokes is what I want to do. It's lightweight. So we heard about Joe Kubicek opening a little CZ shop and went in. I mean, it was a small place. And he had a 360 and a 250. And we bought the 250, but he kept the parts box. You're supposed to get this big wooden crate, but Joe kept that.
Did any dealers ever sponsor you as a competitive rider?
I never had a sponsor, ever. Nobody ever wanted to sponsor me, and of course, I never asked. Everything I had, always, I bought. Even the only thing I ever got for free was from Rolf Tablin, was this jacket and then another jacket from the Team Honda and the International Training Center, but that's sitting in the Hall of Fame right now.
International Training Center, that was Rolf Tablin and Mark Blackwell.
Yeah, well, Rolf started it.
He started it.
Oh, yes.
I took that many, many years ago. And
oh, good.
You remember when they used to suggest that you drink coffee before you go out and try and get the whole shot? Your reaction time's a little better after a cup of coffee or two.
No, but I was at just Rolf's training sessions.
Before
Mark came on.
Yeah.
And I even helped Rolf at a couple of his schools, one in Boise and one in Aspen, Colorado.
And then Carlsbad, California was where he taught a lot, or frequently also, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's where I took some of them.
Yeah, when I went to his school, it was not at Carlsbad, but it was in San Diego. It was another place. And one of the things I remember him being so adamant about was braking. And when I teach any school, and I've taught a couple of schools, especially in Washington, that's one of the first things I talk about is to brake using both brakes. You long way away. I don't know if you guys did this, and you start way back there, and you're in 4th gear, and there's a line, and you have to stop right here in 1st gear, bike running. Otherwise, you're going to go off a cliff. That was Rolf's thing.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not just about power. It's about slowing down, too. So
you have to know how to slow down so you can make that turn.
Right.
You know, then you got to get the gas back on. Take a breath and full throttle.
That's awesome. Well,